Now, you, as well as doing the cover versions, you also write your own material.
I do, yes.
How did you first get into writing your own stuff, and how do you go about it? Do you get words first? Do you get the music first? It all come together?
It's a combination. I think I just pick up the guitar and start off with a few chords, and it's a bit like I sing almost in like Swahili, if you like. Just making the actual shapes of the words, and then all of a sudden a line will come to you. Or if I can remember a good line, I'll write it down and then put it back in there later on. Sometimes a song could start off in about a certain subject, but by the time it gets to the end, it's totally changed. There is no sort of format to it. I don't mean it's weird and wonderful, but a song will just come to you. But the funny thing is, I've been writing songs for years. And I've got, I've never had a major record company or anything like that. I've never had a record deal, but I've done a few sort of CDs of my own material. And one of the CDs was called 9 Sad Songs. So, the kind of clues in the title there. And I'm not that sad, really. But when I first met my wife again, I know it sounds a bit strange, but I wrote some songs about my wife, if you like. But now that we're married and we've got together, I haven't been writing anything, so maybe it's because I'm so happy that I don't have to write these songs anymore. But there you go.
Right, so we're going to play one of your own compositions now.
Okay.
What are we going to play, and what's the story behind it?
Okay, you could play Before the Sun Goes Down. Before the Sun Goes Down is it's a bit like wanting to break away from I suppose the monotony of everyday life. The scene is somebody in a kind of one-horse town, just taking it's not a big in-depth Dostoevsky type lyric, but a guy who just wants to get out of here. He just wants to get out of town. There must be something better than what's going on. So basically that's it. It's a bit of a rock and roll song. We still play this, an acoustic version, at the gigs we're playing now. The one you're about to hear is a full band version. It's got a bit, it's more rocky with guitars. But as I say, just in summary, it's quite a simple song. Somebody who wants to shake off the boredom of their life. Not necessarily myself, I was writing a third party.
You wrote it before he was married
yes.
to me.
Yeah, I did. So that's it. They've had that sort of one day, and before the sun goes down, he's going to get out of town, and he's off to get, that song of hope. That's it.
Right, okay, do you want to pick another one and tell us about another one?
Okay, Tired of Playing Love Games. It's about somebody who's had a relationship, or has a relationship with somebody, again, not my wife, and just basically telling that person, again, the clues in the title, you're tired of playing these love games, somebody where the relationship isn't working, and again, wanting to escape that sort of downward spiral of monotony and just repeating the same old problems in a relationship. And the person has basically found the courage to turn around to their partner and say, I've had enough and I'm getting out of here. All these songs are about escaping.
I'd just like to add about that song, it's got some beautiful changes in it. There's a lovely melody. And I really like a lot of the changes in that song. It's one of my favourites.
Do you help with some of the songwriting too?
No, we have talked about it, haven't we? I've recently been thinking about lyrics and things like that, but we've been so busy networking and trying to build up the business. I haven't really had the time to just sit down and think about it, but it was something we considered, wasn't it, Paul?
It's something that the songs that are on this CD, these are songs that I'd written in the past. They're not brand new songs, they're songs that I've written in the past, so TJ didn't have anything to do with them, apart from obviously when we came to record them, and she put on the backing vocals for them. But as I said to you earlier on, I haven't been writing recently, I say, because I'm probably so happy with my lovely wife. So I'm not saying that we need to go out and have affairs and then leave each other so as I can write. You know, I don't want to do that.
Definitely not the only instance.
But
This is why we thought if I started to kind of think about lyrics, it would put a completely different stamp on the music. We might come up with something totally different. Obviously, Paul would do the melody on the guitar and everything, and if I added the lyrics to it, we might come up with something really different. So.
Well, that's the thing about it, because, I mean, my past is singing on my own and with other bands. And in the past, we've had some successes, some major gigs with major artists and major tours. But I kind of want to draw a line under all that, because I think you're only as good as the last thing that you did, really, you know. I don't want to sort of put anyone else down, but a lot of people hang on to things, you know, maybe they had a guest spot on a TV show, or they met somebody's cousin who used to know somebody, and they kind of hang on to that. The fact is, the things that I did in the past, the sort of highlights, that's where they are now. They're in the past. It hasn't got me anywhere, really. So we kind of wanted to draw a line under that and really start again. That's why we took some time off. As I said, in the previous lineup, which was Pablo's Vineyard, guitarist Ian Forbes, wonderful guitar player. He still lives in Glasgow, and he wanted to do his own thing, start up his own guitar school. So we kind of took about a year off. And now that we've come back out to start playing again, just as a duo, we need to remember it's the duo now. We have to concentrate on what we can give as a duo, as opposed to remembering, you know, electric guitars and drums and everything else. So as I say, we want to draw a line under what we did before and just start afresh, whether that means, that's those coffee cups clinking. At the moment, like TJ says, we're really busy trying to earn a living. We need to pay the bills. I mean, that's just a fact of life. But once we get to that point where we can do that, then we can concentrate on looking at writing new stuff and creating new stuff and concentrating more on the original songs. I mean, we were looking recently. I heard a band. I don't know if you've heard of them, the Civil Wars. Wonderful band, just a guy and a girl. Guy looks like Johnny Depp, doesn't he? Yes, Johnny Depp after a pie or two.
Yes.
But they are a brilliant American band, and the vocals are amazing. And
It's a bit bluegrass, isn't it? Yeah.
But we kind of, I thought that's the kind of stuff we would like to sort of push towards. There's a real emphasis on the vocal harmonies, and not patting ourselves in the back. A lot of people tell us that as a duo our harmonies sound really, really good. You know, both our voices really, individually they say you're good, but as a duo they say it's better. So that's something we want to concentrate on.
So if someone is listening to this and they want to find out more about what you're doing, or even more importantly, if they want to book you for a gig, where can they find out about you? How can they get in contact with you?
Do you want to tell them about the website?
Yeah, we have a website which is www.vineyardentertains.co.uk. Everything's on there. It gives you an audio page which gives ideas of some of the songs that we do, whether they're original or the covers. We've also got one video that we put onto YouTube of one of Paul's original songs, which is called A Long Way Down. It's a ballad. If you just go onto the video page on the website and click on that, that takes you onto that. And that's all you really need to know, I think.
There's also the email address. So if you just email us and give us the details of if you want us to for a booking, then we'll get back to you. So please get in contact with us.
The email address is vineyardentertains2011@hotmail.co.uk. And also we've got a comments page now on the website, which I added a couple of days ago. We're just encouraging people that if they've been to the gigs and they've enjoyed the music, by all means go onto the website, please, and put something nice in the comments, and nothing horrible, please.
What about Facebook?
We don't have Facebook. I activated an account on Facebook and then deactivated it because it became too non-business. I wanted it just to be for the business, and we don't really want one for an individual.
No, I agree with you.
To be honest with you,
We're on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter. Yeah, you can follow us on Twitter, but no, we don't have Facebook.
Is there anything I haven't asked you about that you think we ought to talk about? Obviously, you know more about you than we do.
I don't think
I think we've done quite well. We've got 20 minutes there, and that's fairly good. Put a couple of songs in, and yeah, I think that'll probably do for now. Actually,
Do you have a favourite song? Do you like to sing especially?
I think I have a few. I do love singing Barbra Streisand songs. It goes from my childhood. I've loved Barbra Streisand since I was a little girl, and I remember going to the pictures when I was 15 with my mum and my older sister, and we were madly in love with Robert Redford. He was so handsome. And the film was so sad because they really, really loved each other. But they just couldn't be together because their lifestyles didn't match, and so they couldn't be together, and we walked home from the pictures and cried all the way home. But yeah, I love Barbra Streisand. I like to sing her songs.
right. I think that'll do us for now. Then, thank you very much. I'll take that and edit it and cut bits and pieces out. We'll put a short bit up on the website saying about how you're looking for gigs and that sort of thing and what sort of material you do. Mm-hmm. And then the songs off there and the longer background, how you got into it and what you were doing, we'll save that for our Preston FM show